He's out. Yeah.
He couldn't be back in Minnesota at all.
He will not be here. Yeah.
So kind of what is your game plan? You guys played a game without Rudy earlier this season. Is that kind of maybe how you look to defend Denver tonight?
Yeah, I think we actually played Denver without Rudy and Cat and Nas, I believe. So, we still have, obviously Kyle will get some time on him. Maybe have to do some different things, but it all begins and ends certainly with Cat first and foremost. So,
Chris, when you get up against Phoenix and were asked how they might respond, you said you didn't want to invent problems for yourself. Is it a similar situation now, or are there contingencies that you're anticipating they'll respond to that you've kind of worked through?
Yeah, I mean, we've worked through a lot of adjustments last, yesterday and again this morning at shoot-around. We're always kind of ready if we need them or not, things we might anticipate doing, things we can actually do better or maybe saw that we need to do a little differently. I would expect, a faster Denver tonight for sure, a more aggressive Murray, and a more active Gordon on the glass. That's what I would expect. So.
Chris, things went so well in Game 1 in a large part. What do you look to tighten up, or what were some of the emphasis that you thought maybe if there's anything that was left on the table there? Well,
I thought in the first half in particular, there was a lot of game plan mistakes. There were just a lot of little mistakes we made game plan wise. Those for sure have to be tightened up. I thought, of course, we shot the ball extremely well in the second half, turned it over a lot in the first half, rebounded well. There's always going to be some things that you got to try to do a little better as the game unfolds. We'll see what they try to do. So.
I know you guys are listing Rudy as personal reasons, so I want to pry too much, but was there an attempt for him to try to join the team today?
I mean, there was definitely consideration and look at the timing of it all, and I think just the timing of his circumstances plus some weather made it really tough, and didn't feel like it was going to be able to kind of get here and be prepared to play. So.
Obviously, your seated situation last game was unique for you.
Yeah.
How did you adjust, and how was it? Was it weird for you at all, kind of sitting in that second row?
Yeah, it was a little weird. Last time I sat in the second row, I was coach here in Denver. But I kind of enjoyed that experience a little bit. Got to stay out of the way of Malone's wrath. It was most important thing is I felt protected, could communicate easily with the coaches, the players, could see the game, felt just as involved as I normally am, except for, obviously not up working the sidelines, no interaction really with the referees. It was probably a blessing. And, Micah did a phenomenal job. He's really, really good at game management anyway. So.
You've had a lot of runs this year of key guys out for this amount of time and this amount of time, and it never really seemed to matter.
Yeah.
Does this team's flexibility really play really well into nights like tonight?
Yeah, I think so. We're, not just our depth, but we have guys that can play multiple positions, to your point. One thing we're excited about, get Kyle's playmaking on the floor, too, with some of that scoring around him. And also just, kind of defensive versatility there. Probably see some of the guards come into the game tonight, too. Might give us a little bit of pace. I think we can find a little bit more pace in our game. We weren't super fast the other night, so.
Did you just operate shoot-around today as if you weren't going to have Rudy?
Yeah.
Chris, all season long, you've kind of talked about the maturation of this team. In Game 1, Jaden didn't score, but was just as actively defensively as probably any game he plays.
Yeah.
What goes into his game, even if he's not, scoring the ball, how he's able to stay active and engaged? For
yeah, is a great example of maturity. Thought he played an outstanding game. Defense was on point, active, rebounded well. He didn't really make any game plan mistakes the other day. Nas was another one. Got off to a poor start, recovered, had an unbelievable second half. These are the things that we preach to our guys all the time. There's lots of different ways to show your maturity, there's no better time than right now when the stakes are high. So,
Chris, coming off of Anthony Edwards' playoff high performance, how are you pushing him to be better tonight?
I don't think, with Ant, you don't have to push him. He's always locked in. He's motivated right now. I think the run that he's on is incredible to watch, witness. He knows. I think the game slowed down for him a little bit. He knows needs to keep reading the defense and making the right play, but also staying aggressive in that. That's a tough balance sometimes. But he's seemingly figured that out. But there's going to be more things that he's going to have to navigate. He's ready. We love how vocal he is right now, showing more leadership than with his words than just his game, and that's been a big difference to our guys. So. Thanks, guys.